My name is David Kraft. I'm from Port Jefferson Station, born and raised Long Island, New York. My most recent job was with the Long Island Railroad, and did that for 16 years. I was a locomotive mechanic. Really, I'm a pretty healthy guy. Trained with weights since I'm 16 years old, on and off, and I eat healthy. Up until taking care of my dad, when I started getting sick, I was fine. It would start out as a sinus headache, but then later in the day at the job, things were going on. I was like a little spacey. When I walked past the locomotive, I would get this woof, woof, woof in my head as I passed by. I was tired. I mean, I could sleep 12 hours and still be exhausted. She tested me. She goes, "You're allergic to dust mites." That's it? She goes, "I recommend you see a neurologist."
Mr. Kraft presented with a very large meningioma, which is a brain tumor. He had presented with very bad headaches and swelling in the brain. It was attached to an area of the brain which is called the sagittal sinus. It's a very big blood vessel that is draining blood out of the brain.
When he told me, it didn't hit me. It wasn't until I told my wife. I said, "I have a tumor." That's when I got upset.
You know, dealing with a diagnosis of a brain tumor or any of these unfortunate conditions is very challenging for anybody, especially when you're a caregiver of somebody who is disabled or other issues like that. It can be extremely challenging.
I didn't tell anybody in my family. I didn't tell my father. I didn't tell anybody. The only one that knew would be my wife, that I had the tumor and that I was going to be getting surgery. And it bothered me because I wanted to be there for my father, but I couldn't because I was suffering.
So when we removed the tumor, and even though his tumor was benign, meaning non-cancerous, it was safer to leave a small amount of tumor along this big blood vessel, because it could have caused a major stroke by trying to be too aggressive. We wanted to make sure that this tumor would not grow and come back and create a problem again.
He goes, "I didn't get the whole tumor. There's no way I could get the whole tumor, so I recommend CyberKnife."
CyberKnife is a very precise way of delivering radiation to areas of the brain without causing damage to the surrounding areas of the brain.
The first time I saw my father was after my surgery with my head bandaged up. When my father touched my head, he goes, "I don't want to hurt you." I said, "You're not hurting me, Dad. You're helping me get better." I credit Dr. Sathi for basically saving my life. With the fact that the tumor was undetected and my wife and I had flown a few years prior, I could have actually probably died not knowing it because I had no symptoms. It was an extremely pleasurable experience. Who could say that about having a brain tumor and having to go through surgery? But everybody at Mather made me feel like they were taking care of somebody in their families. I can't thank them enough. I have the utmost confidence in everybody there, and they were great. They were great.